Om Maha Ganapataye Namaha. In this video, I want to talk about a very, very powerful experience I've been having during my meditations, my extended meditations that I've been bringing into my daily between state, my waking state, and I want to share it with you and help train you to experience this too. So it's about diving deeper into this concept of childlike joy that I've been talking about in some of my recent videos. Now, before I get into that, I want to really quickly revisit what we're doing here with manifesting. Manifesting is building memory in advance. Memory is being defined as a thought and an emotion. Through thinking in the present tense and attaching the emotion to it, which is the end result of that experience. An end result of an experience is the emotion. The stronger the emotion, the more powerful the memory imprint into your biology, into your mind, your consciousness in general. So what we're trying to do is something I call electromagnetic manifestation, taking an electric thought and a magnetic emotion and synchronizing them together to build memory in advance, with the idea in particle physics and also in the yogic sciences that your external reality is a three-dimensional expression of your memory. The memory is the cause and the reality is an effect. And if you want to create something new, you have to build that information first. Now, when I've been meditating and focusing on cultivating the emotion around the thought that I'm trying to manifest, what has been happening is I've been getting into this state of what I'm calling childlike joy. Let me define this childlike joy and contrast it a little bit. So first I was doing the joy and I was cultivating this emotion behind the thought, these elevated emotions. What I've noticed is the childlike joy. Even that word triggers me. This is why I keep saying it over and over again. Childlike joy. It puts me in the state of a child where I have this very pure and innocent joy. Very pure, innocent, almost giddy-like joy. It's very, very potent because in contrast to more of the ego, where you have an ego joy, which is still great. It's not, I find it to be not as powerful. I find this childlike joy to be so much more potent. It opens my heart in ways that I haven't been able to do yet. So what I've been doing and what I've been observing is I feel this childlike joy and I fall in love with the thought, the experience I want to create. Just like a child, if you can imagine a child closing their eyes and hugging their favorite animal, or hugging their parents, or hugging their friend, or hugging someone they love. You have to get into this, almost this character. And this sounds like you have to put forward some effort. The fact is, what I've noticed is I'm naturally slipping into that when I just think of the concept childlike joy. It's not a lot of effort that's required. And the more that I do this, the easier it becomes. Because if you understand some of my past videos and the science behind this, you can literally condition your default state, your body, through this chemical of emotion like oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine. By consistently triggering these chemicals of emotions to be released in your body stores this information. These chemicals are literally upregulating and downregulating your genetic expression. Just like cortisol and the chemicals of stress do, it's all about changing your default state, which is how you're conditioning your body and your neurology. So I want to give you this tip is when you're doing your extended practices, and you recall your present tense thought of what you want to create, the experience that you want to create. And then your next step is to attach and merge that thought with an emotion. So eventually what happens, as soon as you think that thought, you automatically feel the emotion because you've conditioned your body to that memory being the thought and the emotion that's attached to it. When you're recalling that thought, allow yourself to feel the childlike joy. It's accessing and tapping into your inner child. You have many different aspects. You have the aspect or version of you, the professional career version, the person who shows up to work. You have the parent version of you. If you have children, that's the version of you who takes care of and deals with your children. You have the person who deals with your spouse, deals with maybe your family members or friends or people you meet. You have different aspects, different faces. You need to tap into this inner child version of you and allow that pure, undiluted, innocent very, very potent joy to fill or attach itself and merge itself with the thought you want to create. I hope this video gives you some concepts and practical tips you can begin implementing right away to start producing results faster. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them underneath this video. If you'd like to be trained by me one-on-one using a process that I have been developing to systematically produce manifestation using techniques that I myself am using, leave a comment underneath this video with the words discovery call. Make sure to click subscribe and the bell notification if you want to be notified for videos as I release them. And as always, happy manifesting and God bless.